The audio you're listening to right now is the internal microphone that's inside of my iPhone 12 Pro. I personally love this mic. I think it sounds amazing. It does pretty decent in the wind for not destroying the audio. We'll talk about that in a second, but I don't know if it's doing it now, but you've noticed in videos over the last week that there's been some audio clips where you can hear this ticking and clicking noise in the background. I've got something going on, whether it's something interfering with this, and it's not just happening near my van, it's happening all over the place where like I'll be out there filming a tree and all of a sudden you hear this ticking noise. So I don't know what's going on with the internal mic. It captures good audio because you're listening to it right now. So if there's no ticking, we know the mic works. I've shaken the thing. It doesn't make a difference. The microphone just works, except for once in a while, I've had to throw out complete talking clips because they weren't salvageable. So we're going to plug in right now, right here. This little plug right there. You see this right here? We're plugging in. I have a external microphone plugged in right now for an external mic. I have a mic that I've had for a very long time. It's the Rode Video Micro. It's a small little mic with a big fuzzy, can you see in the corner there? With a great big fuzzy dead cat on the top, so if it does get windy, it kind of cuts down on the wind noise a little bit. But let me give you guys my point of view when it comes to using an external microphone on a cell phone. This is just my experience. I'm Cruzy back there. Just passed out sleeping. We're in this really beautiful field we found just off the side of the highway. It's been super peaceful. Because I talk very loud, if you were like a calm and quiet and peaceful talker, an external microphone is great. But because sometimes I can get extremely loud and like in the camera and just be super vocal, I find because I'm recording in the native app on the iPhone, the native app meaning that if you were to go and just record a standard video on your own, that's the app that's built into your cellular device. That's the one that I use to film. Like right now, I'm just using the one that's built into the iPhone. You can get external apps from other companies where you can control the microphone volume, the ISO, and shutter speed and all that stuff. You can fully have control of your iPhone's camera. I don't like to use the apps because I don't know, I just prefer the run and gun. I just want to grab my iPhone knowing that it's going to make sure things are as clear as it can and the colors are good and I don't got to fuss with it. That's a major benefit of filming with an iPhone. But here's when I found the problem is. When I talk loud with the external mic, it clips out the audio. And it doesn't happen. I could talk as loud as I wanted with the built-in mic in my iPhone and I never have a problem. When the wind picks up and hits the microphone on here, sure, it helps it a tiny bit, but when the wind hits it, it peaks in the audio and starts to cut out, like adding muty little pieces in there, rendering what I'm saying completely useless on a windy day. Where, as you guys seen in the videos not that long ago, it was a windy day outside, you could still hear my voice over it, even though you could hear the wind in the microphone. You could still hear me, which for me, I would prefer to accidentally have, like it's windy right now, to accidentally have audio that's a little bit winded out than to have audio that is completely rendered useless because the microphone caught it as too loud and it started to chop up the audio and destroy it, because that's what happens when you peak out any audio. Whether you're at your home, you destroy, you put things in the red, it's never good. It's never good. But when it comes to recording audio, you need to keep things out of the red. But the big downfall with this one is I've had so many days when I first bought the external mic thinking, I'm going to increase the audio in my videos, I'm going to run an external mic and things are going to sound so much better on my channel. And it turned out that, like even just there, I had to tone my voice down because I know as I bring the camera closer to me, there's chances are that that might destroy audio. And you know, you don't know. You don't know, do you? Anyway, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going to upload this or not. I just figured, you know, I'm going to plug this in here. Until I figure out what's wrong with that microphone, because as of right now, I have no idea what's wrong with it. I just finished updating. Look at the beautiful day. Ooh, it's the highway back there. And this spot is just, come on, man. Unbelievable. I updated my phone just to make sure that, maybe it might have been a software problem. So I don't know if it fixed it, but I'm kind of scared to just make these full, big, huge videos and have completely destroyed audio as an experiment. I run and gun with my cell phone in front of me all day long making videos, and I don't want to be out there talking about something and like film something awesome and then the audio's destroyed. It's so sad because in a video the other day, I had to throw out so much footage. I was like, I destroyed this whole video. So when the talking shots, sure, I can get away with it, but it was shots like the sound of the campfire. It completely destroyed it. Like, I couldn't use any of it. Like the sound of cooking and stuff like that, I couldn't use any of it because it was like crackle, 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 crackle the whole way through. While we're taking a minute here and just talking, let me interrupt this for a brief moment to let you guys know that we got new stickers and new apparel on the store at vancityvanlife.ca. New sticker packs and everything else. And this is probably my favorite piece of merchandise I've released in a very, very long time. I just like the look of it, the feel. So good. While we're here, I've been trying to ease up the weight in my van here and there. I went through my tequila cupboard the other day and ended up giving away a few bottles of tequila to some people that I was around. I'm like, you guys want some tequila? Was out in the bush and they were like, heck yeah, dude. So I ended up giving away a bunch of bottles of tequila, just trying to ease up space and weight. Because when the pandemic started, I started to stockpile just without even thinking about it. I just started to stockpile everything. Like, I ended up rearranging the back of my van so I'd have whole compartments for booze. You know what I mean? I'm like, what happens when the zombies come? What happens when there's no more tequila left in the world? I don't know what it was, but I ended up stockpiling a lot of things, and it's just completely unnecessary right now. I have a ton of dry food in my van, so if I was ever out in the bush, I probably have enough rice, canned food, and little things like that and stuff in my freezer that I could probably have a month's worth of food. And for me, I feel comfortable with that. If the world ever twisted sideways again, yeah, maybe I might start stockpiling again. But as of right now, I think it's time for me to purge all the doubles and triples of things that I have. Cleaners. I have like multiple bottles of cleaners. Just everything. I've always just double stockpiled it. So getting rid of the booze was good, and by allowing me to pull out some of this stuff is going to free up some more storage space. So I don't know if any of you guys did that and started to, like, I didn't stockpile toilet paper because that's just silly. I just wipe my butt with a tree branch. It's fine. There's a lot of things inside of this pull-out drawer that I'm going to have to go through. This is mainly just storage, you know, like a table, external fire grill. I haven't had the chance to use this yet. Hopefully I don't have to. Look at that thing. It's the ARB tire repair kit. Woo-wee. Pretty cool. So yeah, I just want to cut my van down to exactly what I need. A subscriber gave me a rear view camera that I haven't had the chance to use. Yeah, guys, I just trying to make things just a little bit lighter. When I upgraded my van suspension, it definitely made a huge difference on how my van used to feel. Because you guys know that I talked about my van being heavy. It felt heavy before. Like, I'd hit a bump in the back and be like, I felt like I had less control of my van as my suspension started to deteriorate before. And now that I've got the big Well-Tech lift in my van, which is amazing, by the way, if you guys need links to stuff like that, vancityvanlife.ca. There's a section on there that says van. It has a list of every item we have in the van. Go on there, that way if you guys need to kind of know what I've got, it's all listed right there. So the WeldTech kit completely changed how this van feels. But that doesn't mean that I still don't want to shave some weight down, because I do have a few extra sweaters that don't need to be in here, and just other things like that tequila and stuff we just got rid of. But I am going to do another purge. I find that I purge in this thing quite a bit. And for all my people out there that are living in vans, I don't know if you continually purge, but I don't know where this stuff comes from sometimes. Yeah, so with the new WeldTech kit, everything feels good. Like you hit a bump, it's like, pfft. Like my van doesn't feel as heavy anymore now that that thing is inside of here. So I highly suggest to you guys, if you're on the fence about putting a lift kit in your van, go for it, do it. The right shocks makes all the difference in the world. The right leaf springs in the back of the Ford van that can handle the weight of the rear side of your rig. So the back half of my van is 5,000 pounds. So you need to have springs that can handle that 5,000 pounds. But yeah, man, I didn't have a reason to turn my camera on except for just to test this mic out. So that's all this video is a test of this mic. I'll probably upload this anyway because we're just yip yapping. I have a compartment over here in the corner, one of my little back cubbies, that is completely full of paint. Inside of here is cleaning supplies, Febreze cleaning supplies, masking tape, and probably about 10 cans of spray paint, from primer to the paint that I used on the external side of here. I don't need it. I think if I can find the receipt, I could probably return some of that stuff. I started to buy paint because my plan was to rattle can the whole outside of my van again. So if you missed that video, go onto my channel or go on to YouTube and just search Vancity Van Life spray paint. You'll find the video where I spray painted this entire van, the exact paint you guys see right here, with 22 cans of spray paint. So I started, because like, it's hard to go in somewhere and find 22 cans of the paint that you want. So I've slowly been acquiring little bit by little bit, and I don't need it anymore because after all my rust repairs done, which should be happening within the next month, I'm going to phone and rent a paint booth somewhere. I see a place, hey, if you guys have a paint booth at your house that'll fit my van, let's talk. I'll happily come out and rent it if you have one. I'd be stoked to do this at a subscriber's house. But I found a place in Chilliwack, BC, and a place in Kamloops that rents out paint booths. It's like $250 for the rental. I think the one in Kamloops is way cheaper. I think it's like $100 a day or something like that. But yeah, so we're actually going to go out and take the same paint that I had in my rattle can. You can buy it in the 1-gallon jugs. Go to the booth, and I think Mark, the guy that helped Jeffy Bear with his van, Mark might be the one that's gonna come out. We're gonna spray her all down. But while it's out getting all the rust repair with sander, I'm gonna sand the whole outside down so it's ready for paint. So as soon as all the rust repair is done, all I gotta do is find a paint booth, take it in there, give her a good blast, and then this thing is gonna start a new, how do I word that? After all my projects are done, the van will have itself a good fresh start. New floor, new rust panels, nice fresh coat of paint. Then at that point, I really would like to put a a decal on the side, whether I throw the Big Weirdo Army on the side or my Vancity Van Life logo or website name or something. I would just like to put some kind of marketing on the van. I'm not going to go crazy. I'll probably keep it all overlandy and looking pretty tough looking, but I would like to put something on there. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me babble. Hopefully this microphone sounded okay. I 100% prefer, here, I'm going to unplug the external mic. All right, I way prefer, let me grab this cable. I like the sound of the iPhone camera microphone way better. So if you're looking at, I know this video is all over the place, guys. If you're looking, I wasn't track here. All I just needed to do is say, bye guys, we're done, peace out. Sometimes I drag these endings out. Something in my head keeps saying, finish it off with something good. Sometimes just saying goodbye is all you need to do. Thanks for watching. There's Cruzy, passed out. I find sometimes that if you're looking for a microphone for your camera, do not trust the videos that you watch on YouTube. So my voice sounds completely different on all the different microphones. Like back in my DJ days, I had friends that had a microphone that their voice sounded so good on that I grabbed the mic at the club and I'd say something and my voice sounded like garbage on that mic. And when I produced my radio show for 2 years, I tried a few mics at the beginning that just sounded horrible in the studio until I got my, look at this guy, he's so cute, until I picked up the Shure SM7B, something like that. Yeah, it was like Michael Jackson's choice of mic for the longest time. It's my opinion, the best mic on the planet. But yeah, my voice sounded good on that one. But then I had friends that had these nice fancy Sennheiser ones, which were like 3 times the cost. And I didn't like the sound of it. You know, it's just weird. So yeah, guys, I would just start with your audio right out of your camera. Hopefully this isn't ticking. Hopefully I solved that problem by updating my phone. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. And yeah.